Welcome to our Vous pouvez dormir dans la Grange. Okay. Welcome to our Vous pouvez dormir dans la Grange backpack review. In this video, we're gonna review this beautiful bag from an emerging French design company. Talk about the pros, the cons, pack it out, maybe work on my French a little bit more, and we'll ultimately see if it's the bag for you. And a quick note, this is a sponsored review, but here at Nomads Nation, sponsored reviews do not guarantee positive reviews. It just means that they get to skip the line because there are literally, how many bags are over there, Margaret, you think? 50, 60 bags? Yeah, about 50 bags that are in line to be reviewed. So this just means they get to get priority. So let's jump into the review, or as they say in French, allons-y. Apologies for me butchering French, but I have to do it, okay? I'm inspired. This bag is beautiful. Let's talk about the gist of the VPDDLG Backpack. When this brand reached out to me, I was immediately taken by the design of this bag. Because we review a lot of technical bags on this channel, but a lot of them are a little bit more boxy, have a bit more of like an American flair to them, right? A little more techy. So seeing a bag that had such a gorgeous aesthetic, but also brought some technical and functional things to the table really sparked my interest. Because it's important to know what the value proposition is of this backpack. Some of the bag's top features are the high quality materials, including Italian cotton, German webbing, metal hardware, and the fact that it's made and manufactured in France. But the aesthetic doesn't come at the compromise of functionality, as the bag's quick access is really impressive. As you can see right here, the entire bag is designed for quick access. And within this quick side access, you have some internal organization, a laptop sleeve, and a decent amount of space in the actual main compartment. And because of the bag's sort of teardrop design, it also can work as a satchel, so you can place it down horizontally, oui, that is the direction. Therefore, sort of building upon that whole quick access, which is great for public transportation, life in the city, all that jazz. The backpack has 15 liters capacity, is very lightweight, coming in weighing 1.4 pounds. It currently comes in 6 color options. For the dimensions, we're looking at a height of around 18 inches, a width of around 12 inches, and we'll measure the depth when the bag is fully packed out. This is the bag when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8" and Margaret's 5'2". And don't worry, we're gonna pack out the bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. The backpack currently comes with a 2-year warranty, and for all that, it runs around $250 US. And if at any point in this review you're thinking to yourself, oh mon Dieu, si parfait, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do recommend that you do so with the first link in the description. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Merci. This is so cool, because like I'm such like a French hipster. Like I've always wanted to like live in Paris, and I get to like kind of live my dream. So just let me do my French accent and my French language stuff, guys. No judgments, I'm having a good time. I love this bag. Let's talk about the front of the VPDDLG Backpack. And really the main selling point of this bag, I think, is going to be, well, 3 things actually. Starting with the aesthetic, then the craftsmanship and materials, and then the quick access. So it's sort of mixed for what is most important to you, but this aesthetic is obviously an enormous selling point. Because this just screams like French sophistication, right? Like this is a bag that you're like a designer, you're living in Nantes or Berlin, right? And you're going to the studio, smoking your cigarette probably, and just like it's a vibe and it's beautiful. And it's designed in such a way that the bag is empty right now, and it's kind of a rarity when bags empty look as good as they do when they're packed out. But then building upon that really comes down to these materials. The primary fabric being an Italian cotton. This cotton is gonna be highly weather resistant. It's classy, it's organic, it's timeless in that sense. Almost got like a denim-y feel to it, like it's thick. It's not a thin cotton. And just notice how clean the presentation is. And the $250 price point is obviously a reflection of these high quality fabrics, but also just like manufacturing in France ain't cheap. Anywhere in Europe, kind of like a challenging entrepreneurial environment. They got high taxes to pay, social security. It's exactly like the Harbor London backpack, which is actually handmade in Spain, also coming at a higher price point. So if you want that handmade European craftsmanship, you know, it's gonna come at a cost. And one cool thing about the brand is like they really have their design language very well defined. This is their Weekender, which they sent us as well. This one utilizes a French cotton, the same high quality European leather, but it's kind of cool what this thing can do. I believe they said they have a patent on it as to where it has like a compression property as to where if you gotta rock it like this, you can, but if you want to kind of like take a little space off, you know, just doing some EDC for the day, you can go ahead and compress it like that. You can see it's got some decent organization in here, plenty of pockets. the same like hipster French lining that we'll talk about in just a second on the backpack. And the zipper does open up all the way here, which gives you a lot better access to the main compartment. Overall, it's definitely a brand that understands its design language. Maybe we'll review the Weekender at another point in time. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below. But back to the backpack. Now let's talk about the middle of the VPDDLG Backpack. Now in the middle, we have this top handle here, which is real leather, smells great, and is the point of the bag that really brings the whole aesthetic together. We've got a decent amount of room to grab in this top handle. You can see right there, nice amount of space. The handle itself though is not super wide. We're only looking at a width of about 3 inches. So it is grabbable, but where the leather is stitched right here, it kind of becomes not uncomfortable, but noticeable. I would say it's not like the most comfortable tote ever, but it's definitely carryable in tote mode. With this, it definitely works. Now let's get into the main compartment and talk about the other unique selling point of this bag, which is the access, which I'm really kind of smitten by. Because if you watch my channel for a long time, you know the quick access to me is so important. I'm in Hong Kong right now. I'm waltzing around the city on a daily basis. I gotta pay for things. I gotta grab my headphones. And I don't wanna take my bag off to do that. It's a whole song and dance that I'm not a fan of. So for this compartment, we have the leather trimmings for the zippers. And then you can see this is where the whole quick access opens up. Now, some pros and some cons with the quick access of this bag. One pro that is also a con, that's also a pro, is just how lightweight the bag is, right? We're at 1.4 pounds. So if you're looking for like a little bit more of a breezy carrying experience, this does that quite well. But that lack of structure and that malleability means that the swinging experience can be a little loosey-goosey. Now, obviously that will vary depending on how packed the bag is and what you're carrying in the bag. So we're gonna test this out again in a second when I have a laptop in there and some EDC stuff. But you can see with that whole quick access integration, we've got 1, 2 buckled pockets, the laptop sleeve, a key leash, and that is all. Let's go ahead and pack it out, see what this guy can handle. So you can see here, I got a bunch of my everyday carry stuff. We're gonna go ahead and start packing it out. I got my alpaca headphones case, which is discontinued. So sad, I love that tech pouch. Umbrella, put down the bottom, headphones as well. For these pockets here, throw my wallet, and we got the little buckle, a little extra security. That is adorable. For the larger pocket, we got some decent volume in here. So bring out some more EDC stuff. Good spot for my hard shell glasses case, maybe a power adapter as well. Now for the laptop compartment, we got this really cool funky lining. It's got some life to it, man. And it can fit up to a 15-inch laptop. But notice, like I said, how light the bag is. That lack of structure is gonna be a bit of a problem for the laptop compartment. So you can see right here, my 13-inch MacBook Pro absolutely fits and can be buckled for extra security. But this is not gonna be the greatest laptop protection backpack I've ever used. And even the designers though, when they told me about this bag, they said, we do recommend you have your laptop protected in an extra case. But I could probably travel my bag in this laptop. I wouldn't lose sleep over it, but I'd just be extra careful about it. Now testing out the whole quick access, you waltz around the city, looking fresh as with this thing on your back, and you can swing it around, unzip, and grab the things that you need. The quick access is really impressive. The lack of the structure does sort of complicate that, right? It's not like a firm back panel that then sort of retains its straightness. You kind of have to dance with the bag a little bit, but on the flip side, you are getting that lightweightness, which feels really nice. How do I look, Margaret? I thought you were gonna say sexy. Sophisticated, sophisticatedly sexy, I'll take it. And last thing to note is we do have the key leash right here. Oh, and I forgot to add my keys to the key leash, also very accessible. Just sort of slide them in this pocket right there. Easy to grab. And yeah, not gonna lie, it's a beautiful bag. Let's talk about the back of the VPDDLG Backpack. Now this section will make the bag a pretty easy hit or a miss for you. Because again, they have a commitment to lightweightness in this bag. 1.4 pounds for a 15 liter, that's great. But we're missing some things to be able to achieve that, right? So there's not a lot of structure in the back panel. Now I put a laptop in there, which has helped to provide that. And then also these shoulder straps are thin. How thin, you might ask? We're looking at just under 2 inches. So that's where it's gonna be an easy pick for you. Some people like really beefy, well-padded shoulder straps, right? And they don't look as sexy and sophisticated, but they might offer more in terms of comfort. These straps, in contrast, lighter, less oppressive, right? But then if you got a really heavy load in here, it's not gonna be quite as comfortable of an experience. Everyone's different. I like thicker, more padded shoulder straps. My sister Marissa, who is on the Gear for the Girls channel, she likes thinner shoulder straps like these, less oppressive. What do you like? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, with the back panel, simplicity is the name of the game. Shoulder straps, there is a decent amount of padding in there, but it's really clean. There's no external lash points and hypalon cuts and no sternum strap, right? And then at the bottom, we have metal hardware and a strap management system that feels very secure. Sometimes metal hardware can be a little slippery, but more or less, it's a 15-liter bag, right? I'm gonna be honest, if this is 30 liters, I'd be like, oh, that ain't gonna work for me. But at 15 liters, it's small. It's not gonna be super heavy. I don't need them chunky ass straps for that. This just kind of feels sophisticated. I don't know, I'm digging it, dude. But I also know this comfort style is not gonna be for everyone. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Vous, Pouvez, Dormir dans la Grange backpack. Pro number one is an absolutely stunning aesthetic. Pro number two, high quality European materials and manufacturing. And pro number three, dude, quick access, unzip, boom, I'm all about that. But on the flip side, we definitely have some cons going on. Every bag does. Con number one might not be enough laptop protection. Con number two is that the shoulder straps and back padding might not be enough, especially if you carry a lot of heavy tech gear. And con number three is that at the price point, $250 doesn't really reflect its feature set. But remember, what you're paying for is high quality European materials, fabrics, and craftsmanship. And if you're still watching this, there could be a good chance that you're like, dude, hell yeah, that's the French bag of my dreams. Aaron, your French pronunciation, but that bag rocks, I'm totally getting one. And you're gonna make a purchase. Just a reminder, we do recommend that you do so with the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But let's say you're not quite sold, you want some alternatives that are sort of similar, but bringing something different to the table. Let me talk about these two bags. First is the Harbor London rucksack. Great option for you if you want that European craftsmanship. These are handmade in Spain, but it's a little bit different of a look, a little bit more, I'd say like classy sophisticated, where this one's a little bit more modern sophisticated. And the other alternative is going to be the Day Owl Slim backpack, which actually has a lot of similarities. Thinner shoulder straps, cotton exterior, simple yet timeless silhouette. Both bags are great, but not perfect. Every bag's got a set of pros and cons, am I right? And to find out the pros and cons about these bags, be sure to watch these videos right here. If you got any questions about any of the bags we discussed or any bags in general, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.